Hi everyone, hi, it's Marie Fleming here from Awake with Passion, and I just thought I would jump on very quickly, very spontaneously actually, just to do a quick Facebook Live because I had a really great question come up very recently, and I thought it was the perfect thing to jump on here and have a quick chat about. So I've written a couple of notes. I don't usually write notes, but on this particular subject, I could go off on a tangent. Oh, I think don't know what happened there. Bad connection. I'm going to carry on. Hopefully, you can see me and hear me. But anyway, so I thought I'd write some notes because I could speak about this topic all day long. It's very close to my heart, and it's something I keep seeing come up time and time again. So this is, why all the mindset stuff and the manifesting and the affirmations and all that great stuff, but why it's not working for you. So very often, if you're somebody who is trying to build a business or step out, to create a different life for yourself or transform something big in your life, a lot of the times you will come across books and other coaches and various things online that speak to us about the importance of mindset. Now, mindset is massively important. Definitely not knocking it. Great stuff. I'm very into mindset work on myself and with people that I tend to connect with and work with. But it's more than that. Now, this is the thing that's really tripping people up because we are so focused on the mindset, which is the very important piece. But what we're missing is the deeper levels. And what I keep seeing is it's tripping people up and it's really catching people out. And it's also one of the biggest ways that I kind of screwed myself over in the process. So let me explain a little bit more. So back in sort of, I think, talking probably about 10 years ago now, I read The Secret. So I'm sure if you're watching this, you've heard of it. If you haven't read it yourself, or maybe even watched the film. Now, The Secret is all about the law of attraction, and it's about what you put out there, you attract into your life. Now, big believer in that. You don't have to believe it for it to be true because it exists. I've definitely created and brought things into my life using that as a tool, which is fantastic. But apart from the fact that it doesn't talk about taking action, which is a whole topic in itself. We have to take action. It's not just about what we're doing internally. We have to step up and actually do stuff because otherwise we're just crazy people visualizing. But it's also missing the deeper part. And what that is emotions. Emotions. They're so important. And this is the piece in the personal development world that is so sorely missing. And this is what I'm trying to bring out into the world more and more. I'm an emotional freedom coach, and this is why, because the piece that's missing is the emotional piece. So if you're somebody that's doing the work and you might feel like you're banging your head against a brick wall. I understand how that feels. You might be somebody that's reading the books, you're being positive, you're doing affirmations, you're doing maybe vision boards, or you're really focusing on everything positive and you're doing it every single bloody day, right? And you're really sticking to it. But nothing's happening, or you're hitting a brick wall, or maybe you're progressing sort of in some ways and then it's not happening for you, or there's a limit, to what you're achieving. So the reason is because underneath the thoughts and underneath that mindset that you're trying to move forwards with, there are emotions. And one of the biggest things that drives me crazy is that in the personal development world, we are very much about being positive, ignoring those what we call negative emotions, which are not really negative, to the point of insanity. So what we tend to do is we're cutting ourselves off from the richness of how we feel. And in doing so, you're missing out, because what is happening is that there is a conscious mind, right? Everything that we're aware of, but there is also an unconscious part of us. The unconscious part of us is something like 93%. Now, the figures vary depending on where you've read it from and where you've learned, but we'll call it 93%, right? So it's around 90 something. 93% of us is the unconscious mind. The thing about the unconscious mind is that it's unconscious, which means that we're not aware of it, which means that there's a whole load of stuff and a load of shit underneath that we don't know. And every time we're trying to show up and be positive, and try and do those affirmations and focus on what we want and what, we're only going to look at what we want, we are missing the 93% of us that is rich and deep and holds all the juice. So you might be somebody who is focusing on bringing in a certain amount of clients, or hitting sort of goals, or whatever it is for you, creating that piece of art, stepping up and getting out of your comfort zone, whatever it is. And you're telling yourself over and over again, but if deep down you're shitting yourself, and if deep down you are seriously stuck, you're never going to move forwards. Does that make sense? If it does, comment below, because I'd really want to, anyone that watches the replay, there's no one on live at the moment because I didn't broadcast it again, but if you're watching the replay, do comment below, because I will check in and I'll definitely respond to anyone here that puts a question to me, or just comments. But I'd love to hear, are you somebody that this relates to? Because for me, I read The Secret years ago, and I really, really adopted it. I really went into, right, I'm going to do nothing but positive thinking. Now, in a lot of ways, I achieved a lot of stuff with that mindset. Okay, I overcame a lot of stuff. I pushed forward and I achieved and I qualified, and being a solicitor and all this stuff that I used to do using this mindset. In the process, what I did was I ended up cutting off my emotions, because I was so shit scared of feeling anything remotely negative. So that meant I didn't feel anger. I didn't allow myself to feel sadness. I didn't feel, fear, anxiety, grief. I didn't allow myself to feel anything, which is ridiculous, because what it meant was that all of that stuff built up and built up. I was plodding along in my life thinking I was achieving, thinking I was moving forwards, but what it was doing, it was building up all of this emotional gunk, this crap, and it was repressed and it was sitting there. So I was kind of going around in my life like a robot, not realizing I was like a robot, and I thought I had it all figured out. So for me, I won't go into the whole story now, there's a lot to say, but for me, I ended up being seriously ill. And my God, it caught up on me, and even now when I'm fit and healthy and I'm working on my own goals, I have to make time to make space for my emotions as well as the mindset stuff, because all the positive thinking in the world is not going to deal with or help you face what's really going on underneath. So you're going to hear me talk about this a lot if you follow this page. A lot of what I do, it's mindset work, it's setting goals, it's setting strategy and all that great stuff. But a lot of what we do is going deeper into yourself and to how you feel, because that's where the power is. If you're ignoring your feelings, you are ignoring the big juicy parts of yourself. A lot of good people like you, that want to build businesses, they want to create, they want to coach, they want to heal, they have a mission. You might want to go out in the world and do something that's not conventional. This is what Awake with Passion is all about. This is what I'm all about, is connecting with those people that are on a mission. You bloody well don't want to settle and do the crappy 9 to 5. No offense to anyone that is doing the 9 to 5. If you're doing the 9 to 5 and you're happy, brilliant. But if you're not, and it's pissing you off, it's because there's more to you. You want to do something else, or maybe you want to create a relationship, or you want to create something that really matters. But if you don't tap into how you feel and who you are as a person, you're always going to be stuck, or you're always going to be making a little bit of progress and then not quite getting there. And a lot of what I find in myself and in others, if you really have a mission, and I'm talking to those people, and you'll know this about yourself if you're watching, and you will feel it. If you want to do something here in this world, on this earth, that makes a difference in people's lives, chances are that you have experienced a hell of a lot of crap in your life. Most of the time, if we are here to share our message and really step up and do something that matters in the world, or we don't want to follow convention, it's because you probably have experienced something really significant to you. It doesn't have to be big in the world, but it's significant to you, that makes you realize that you need, that you want to step up and do that. So a lot of the times that people feel like this, it's because you've experienced stuff. If you've experienced stuff, you probably have a certain amount of baggage that you're carrying. You're not broken, there's nothing wrong with you, But this is what's led you to this point now, and it's your duty to yourself and to others that you want to help and connect with to uncover this crap, you know. And it's, I have it, I've had masses of it. I'm not I'm not fixed or sorted or any of that stuff. I work on myself on a regular basis, okay? Nobody has all their shit together. Nobody has everything sorted. But the difference is are you in denial that there is stuff underneath, or are you just trying to tell yourself that you have a positive mindset and you're shit scared to go to the dark places? So the dark places don't have to keep you there for days, weeks, months, years. It might just be moments. So I'm going to be doing a lot more. I'm going to be talking a lot more about this and a lot of other stuff as well. So stay tuned on this page. Keep a lookout if you want to connect and sort of hear a bit more. But that's all I want to do, you know, is just sort of share that with you today. I'm just going to check my notes to see if there's anything I particularly wanted to add that I've forgotten, because I go off on a tangent sometimes. But that's it really. It's about, yeah, it's, you know, it's embracing your emotions, okay? Mindset, brilliant. Affirmations, visualizations, all of that stuff. Law of attraction stuff, I'm all for it. But if you are ignoring your real emotional state, you're going to be stuck. You really are. And you're going to wonder what the hell's wrong with you. So I'm on a mission to help people overcome their baggage, their obstacles, their limitations, the old patterns, the old stories, all of those old kind of paradigms. I'm on a mission to help people overcome those. I've had to overcome a hell of a lot of stuff. I'm here to help you overcome the crap so you can then create what it is you want to do. You want to go out in the world and make some waves, because you are not here to follow the crowd. And you're not here to follow and have a conventional life, because I'm not. And I know that if you're following me and you're watching this and you're on my page, you are the same. So if you're interested in working with me, send me a personal message and I'd love to respond to you. But if not, just follow my page, keep a lookout. There'll be a lot more on this for this week. And that's it. And if you have any questions, post them below. I'd love to hear your comments, what you think about this. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you find that you get stuck? Let me know, comment below, and I will get back to you. So until then, have a lovely rest of the day or evening whenever you're watching this. Look after yourself, and I will talk to you again very soon. Take care.